Yo, what is up YouTube? Lee the Captain here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I believe the native token of MultiversX called EGLD could hypothetically at least go to the price of $1,000 during the next bull run. And even though that's not financial advice, and even though that is not a guarantee, in today's video, I want to explain several reasons why I believe that could very well happen. And one of the major reasons why I think that could happen, I think is going to come down to the MultiversX network's rock solid fundamentals. That's what she said. And why do I think it has rock solid fundamentals? It's because if we take a look at MultiversX, it is a highly scalable, highly decentralized, fast and secure blockchain that is heavily focused on DeFi, NFTs, and the metaverse. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at this, according to MultiversX themselves, they claim that they are the most advanced blockchain architecture in the world and the most impactful ecosystem spanning DeFi, NFTs, Web3, and the metaverse. And I think this right here is absolutely amazing because personally, I do think that there is a lot of potential in DeFi, the metaverse, and NFTs as well. And let me show you what I'm talking about. If we take a look at this, according to McKinsey, they predict that the metaverse could reach $5 trillion in value by 2030, which I think is insane. 2030, it's not even that far away at this point. I think clearly the future potential of the metaverse, it's no joke. And if we take a look at NFTs, according to Grandview Research, they predict that over the next 7 years, the NFT market is expected to be worth over $211 billion. And last but not least, also according to Grandview Research, they predict that the DeFi market by 2030 is anticipated to be worth over $230 billion. I mean, those are some crazy statistics right there, much like Britney Spears. I'm just joking, but I think that if anything truly showcases just how much potential those markets have. I think MultiversX is clearly focused on all the right markets, and I think they know where all the potential is at. And now, I want to talk about the stats of MultiversX because I think it's very impressive. If we take a look at this, on its network, it currently has been able to facilitate over 360 million transactions, and it's even fully carbon neutral as well, which, by the way, is on par with that of Algorand. So I find all of this very astonishing. In terms of a layer 1 blockchain, in terms of its fundamentals, MultiversX, it's really one of the best out there, in my opinion. And not only does it have amazing fundamentals, but it also has one of the best staking ratios out there. And that's not a joke. Currently, on the MultiversX network, there is around 67% of EGLD being staked, which, by the way, means that the MultiversX network has a higher staking ratio than Avalanche, Polkadot, Phantom, Near, and even Polygon as well. And now, this is taking nothing away from all the other blockchains that I just mentioned before, but the fact that the MultiversX network has a higher staking ratio than them, I think truly speaks volumes. I think it's amazing. In terms of staking ratio, it's one of the best. And now, this brings me to my next topic, which is how a lot of these Ethereum fanboys, they like to say that, oh, MultiversX sucks. They like to say that, oh, Ethereum is so amazing. But I just don't get it, because when you take a look at Ethereum, first of all, it's pretty much a dinosaur at this point. People like to think it's the best layer 1 blockchain out there, but how can it be? You got to think about this, right? Ethereum, as of right now, it's not scalable, which I think is a big issue because how is a layer 1 blockchain in 2023, well, almost 2024 at this point, still not scalable? That's crazy, in my opinion. As a matter of fact, according to Ethereum's very own co-founder, who also happens to be the founder of Cardano, a guy by the name of Charles Hoskinson, according to him, it may potentially take Ethereum up to 5 more years in order to achieve scalability, which I think is just way too long. I mean, how is a layer 1 blockchain having to wait potentially up to 5 more years to become scalable? That's nonsense. You take a look at, on the other hand, MultiversX doesn't have to wait potentially up to 5 years. It's already scalable as of right now. And also, when it comes to Ethereum, gas fees are through the roof. I mean, it's insane. If someone wants to send some ETH over to their baby mama, I mean, man, they're going to be very angry because they're going to have to spend a lot of gas fees. Or if, let's say, they want to send some ETH over to their girlfriend's boyfriend's grandmother, again, right, they're going to have to pay a lot of gas fees. And that's not good. MultiversX, on the other hand, has extremely low gas fees. They're very sustainable in terms of the price. It can't be denied that Ethereum, it does have a much bigger ecosystem. It has a lot more holders. It has a lot more fans. But when it comes to pure fundamentals, I think that MultiversX is just a lot better. If I were to take a look at Ethereum, it's kind of like a Nokia from the late 1990s. But then when I take a look at MultiversX, it's like the new iPhone, the iPhone 15. You can't even compare the two. Yeah, sure, the Nokia probably has a lot more fans, but, it's pretty much a dinosaur. iPhone, it's the real deal. Ethereum, it's like a 12-inch bratwurst. Yeah, sure, it's massive, but then it's only going to work, at least if I were to put an analogy on it, when the room's dark and when there is no one watching. There is a fundamental compromise there, not very diverse. But when I take a look at MultiversX, I would equate it to a 6-inch bratwurst, but then it's going to work in a lot of places. It's going to work at the Taco Bell bathroom, going to work when you're waiting in line at Chipotle, it's going to work at the Walmart parking lot, it'll work at Costco, and it'll even work at the McDonald's drive-thru or even the Taco Bell drive-thru. It'll work anywhere. And you already know what I would rather prefer. I'd much rather prefer a 6-inch bratwurst that works 100% of the time and works in all places over a 12-inch one that has a fundamental compromise, much like Ethereum. I don't like that. I would much rather choose MultiversX, a much smaller network, but a much better one fundamentally speaking. And now, for the MultiversX, critics out there, they like to think that, the best days are behind EGLD. MultiversX, it's past its prime. I completely disagree because when you think about it, right, by 2030, the global blockchain technology market is expected to be worth over $1.4 trillion, which I think is insane. So I think what we're seeing right now when it comes to blockchain adoption, I think we truly haven't seen anything yet. Its market hasn't even scratched the surface of its true potential yet. So I think clearly there is still a lot of room to grow for many blockchains out there. And I think that moving forward, as the global blockchain technology market continues to increase in size, I think so will fundamentally amazing blockchains, much like MultiversX. I think its future could look so unbelievably bright, much like the veneers that those celebrities have on their teeth. A lot of people, they like to wonder, why are those celebrities' teeth so white? For example, like Zac Efron. It's because of veneers. But yeah, besides that point, I think that a major catalyst, which could very well allow EGLD to hypothetically attain the price of at least $1,000 during the next bull run, is the fact that I do think that the next bull run could look so legendary. And the reason why I think that way is because, as of right now, there's actually more people than ever before in history owning cryptos. And just to put this into perspective, when compared to the 2021 bull run, there's currently over 100 million new crypto owners when compared to that time. And you got to think about that, right? The 2021 bull run already looked that insane with over 100 million less crypto owners than what we have right now. So you got to imagine what the next bull run will look like, especially that now we insert over 100 million new crypto owners. I mean, man, when there's that many people owning cryptocurrencies, I think that the next bull run could really look so legendary. I think it could very well dwarf the 2021 bull run. I think the FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume, and altcoin season during the next bull run could look so ridiculous. And when I take all of those positive factors into consideration, and when I consider just how amazing MultiversX is, I don't see why EGLD during the next bull run won't hypothetically at least go to the price of $1,000. At least that's the way I view it. And here's the thing. What I do is I dollar cost average into EGLD. I don't day trade, I don't swing trade, I don't use leverage. And I'm not like one of those supposed gurus out there, or should I say clown shows, that make a video on MultiversX, but then all they do is that they pull up a chart on EGLD and they draw a random triangle. It looks very embarrassing, but I don't know if they're trying to draw their grandma's thong or G-string or something like that. But then they just belt out of the top of their lungs. They say, oh, wow, based off of this triangle, you got a long here, or you got a short here, you got to use leverage. You got to go all in here. And they spew out all this type of nonsense. And they like to say, oh, you got to use leverage. You got to swing trade. But personally for me, day trading, using leverage, swing trading, doing that type of nonsense, in my opinion, not financial advice, could get people wrecked very easily. As a matter of fact, a lot of friends that I know that do that, they get absolutely cooked. They end up becoming a California roll. So that's not something that I want to do. And also, it creates a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety. And who wants that? I've never heard someone say that they want extra stress and anxiety. That's just never happened. And doing that type of stuff, in my opinion, does exactly that. And that's why I like to keep it simple. I just dollar cost average. I am ignoring the short to medium term price movements. And that's the beauty about dollar cost averaging. It's focusing on accumulation slowly but surely, as opposed to dumping, going all in, or using leverage, day trading. It's not that whatsoever. It's just constant accumulation over an extended period of time. And by doing so, I think that I am preparing myself for the next bull run in such a fantastic way. I can't wait for the next bull run. And I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if EGLD during the next bull run did hypothetically at least go to the price of $1,000, and during the process, make all of those MultiversX critics come running over to their girlfriend's boyfriend's grandma and start begging for a bratwurst extender Taylor Swift edition. If you know, you know. Might hypothetically be somewhat embarrassing, but hey, I'm extremely bullish on MultiversX, and I think that EGLD is a sleeping giant. That's what she said. And if you want to check out a very interesting video, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video, and I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.